What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of Profiling Passionate People. I'm your host, Solomon Ladvinka, and today, if you like that MMA, I got yourself a fighter that's coming up right here. He's got his backstory, how we got into MMA, and without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mr. Sky King to you guys. Boom, there he is. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Just fight week.
It is fight week, and we got your fight coming up here on Saturday night. I got the link right there at the bottom where you guys can show some love and check this dude out. This dude, only second career fight, but what I've heard is nothing but great things about you. And I knew that right before fight week, we had to bring you in here and spotlight, get to know you a little bit more. So just really appreciate you taking the time and making this happen. So like your backyard, where you at right now?
Oh, this is my house. Me and my girlfriend, we bought a house out in Hollister, and so It's just the backyard. I didn't have no nice backdrop, man, so I just decided to put it in the backyard.
I'm envious. I'm in an office, and I got the
so you got the flat
screen.
screen. Yeah,
but this is terrible lighting, so this is just what I'm dealt with. So your story is just amazing. Obviously, we were talking a little bit earlier, and so with this being your second career fight, 0-1 after the first one, but this is your second one. You're going up against a guy who's also, this is his first fight in Jesus Batista. What is your mindset going into this upcoming weekend?
Honestly, man, I'm just gonna go in there and have fun, man. I'm gonna be the athlete that I know I am, and just kind of just put it out on the table, man. Like I was telling like my, everybody who's been asking me like, oh, bro, you ready? Like, you gonna, how you gonna do it? How you gonna win? And I'm like, I'm gonna win by being me. If I'm not me, there's gonna be a problem, so I'm just gonna go in there and be myself, man, and to the best of the victory, so. But my whole thing is, at the end of the day, I want to be able to put it all on the table, and I'm that guy, dude. If you get me, you get me.
Yeah.
If you get me, you get me. I'm gonna shake your hand, man. The first fight, I didn't. That attitude wasn't the same, but we. I think it was just because of the mentality I had going in. My first one, very nervous. I was actually fighting a lot heavier, so. When I was fighting back then, that was 4 years ago. I weighed in. I was fighting a heavyweight at 265.
Yeah.
My opponent weighed in at 265, which is like the limit. But he was about 6'3".
Oh, wow.
I'm 5'10", and I weighed in at 240 on the dot, which is the lightest you could be.
Oh.
So this fight, I'm going in we're doing a catch weight at 200.
Okay.
So I've made the weight already. Actually made the weight yesterday. So
that's what's up.
Now I'm just watering up, and then tomorrow I'll fast it out, drench all the water, and weigh in Friday morning, do a little face off or whatever, and then Saturday get it on and crack it.
Make it official. I love it. So, like we were talking about earlier, because obviously if I ever saw you across the ring, I'd probably piss my pants and just close the gate and do my thing. But, from hearing your story and everything, like you said, you're the coolest guy outside of the ring. But, in the ring, when that gate closes, it's you versus your opponent.
Yeah, it's just, I want to say it's more of the, like we were talking about earlier, it's like outer appearance, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm a fun dude. I'm the dude in the club who doesn't stop dancing until my shirt is wet, full of sweat. But no, man, I think when I compete, it's not so much that I hate my opponent or that I want to hurt him, but I'm gonna let you see what I have too,
Yeah.
I'm not going to let you just even in football, I'm not going to let you grab me and drive me back 10 yards and put me on my ass without some repercussion, and the repercussion is me just being me. And once that kind of comes out, yeah, you're not driving me back 10 yards. You're not putting a hand on me. We're going to go toe to toe, and then we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Honestly.
And like I said, man, we'll clang and bang. And then at the end of the day, I'll shake your hand and literally tell you, like, let's go take a shot.
Yeah.
Let's go take a shot. Let's go smoke a joint, whatever the hell you want to do.
Yeah.
Let's go kick it. I have no beef against nobody. You know,
Yeah.
unless you have like a personal vendetta against me and like you want to be insulting to me or whatever, my family, I really don't care about shit talk neither, you know.
Nah.
So come to face off, like if he wants to say whatever, because some of these guys, like, you know, some of these guys already think they in the UFC, and it's like, no,
Humble yourself
no,
first. Yeah.
yeah, relax. Like I'm just kind of, like I said, I'm here to have fun, like, and just compete, and like I said, to be able just to, I guess, fight against the fears that I had as a kid. You know,
Yeah.
never wanted to fight in the street. You know, or in the street or at school. You know, being bullied and stuff. Like being raised in Hollister, it wasn't the easiest. You know, but
Yeah.
had a lot of like just bullying issues. People, you know, ganging up on me. We have different, like, just all over just the color of my skin, you know. And it's like some BS. The funny part is like what I was being called is like a small portion of what I am. So it's like
Yeah.
I was getting bullied for something that I just looked the part of, and it wasn't even that in general. Like I'm not even like, you know what I'm saying? So like, but I would always run from it. I would go and I'd eat my lunch in the bathroom or I'd do whatever. And it just wasn't like fighting was not for me, man. I played baseball at the time, you know, and really I think the turning point in like physical contact and conference was for me was like playing baseball out here in Hollister. That it's like for some reason it's like the mecca, you know.
Oh, okay.
So once you hit like 13 years old, they used to have this league. It was just Babe Ruth. Everywhere else, like I found out, has pony league and it's, you know, 14 and under, 15 and under.
Yeah.
No, out here in Hollister, once you hit 14 years old, you play 14-year-olds all the way to 18-year-olds. So
Oh,
like you got the high school kids that are in like spring ball and
yeah.
they're coming out there and playing with you guys, and they have their own team. So it's like, oh, okay. So I had a basically, just long story short, kid was like a junior going in the high school, and he came around third. I was playing catcher at the time. Nice beam throw from the outfield, caught it. I'm just waiting on him now, and it was like he had to slide. He was going to be out.
Yep.
Yep, pretty much. He didn't want to slide, and I was like, I looked at, kind of like, was like an inner voice was just kind of like, dude, you got a helmet on. Like
Ooh.
I didn't take my catcher's mask off, so I was like, you
Yeah.
still got a helmet on, and I was like, all right, fuck it. And I
Brace
stepped,
up.
not even that. I stepped a whole like 2 feet in front of the bag
Yeah.
and like just leveled him. Like
Woo.
just leveled him, put him down, tagged him. He was out. His
Yeah.
dad came storming out of the stands and yelling at me in my face. It was just a big debacle.
Yeah.
I went and sat in the dugout after that, and I was like, I think I'm gonna go try football again, because
Ooh.
I didn't like Pop Warner. Pop Warner sucked
Yeah.
back then. You know, it was like, because they didn't have like, there's a lot of safety rules now in Pop Warner,
Yeah.
and that like help out the kids.
Of
You know,
course.
so that makes me happy. You know, but like at the time, like I was dealing with like asthma and stuff, and not a lot of people knew like what asthma was. They just thought you needed a little and then
Yeah.
get going, right? So that's what would happen. Go get it, hurry up. And I take my inhaler and then bam, back to running. So then I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm having asthma attack after asthma attack. Like, what the hell is going on? So I was like, yeah, I hate this sport. This sport sucks. Like, and I wasn't a big kid, so like I didn't start, you know. So
Yeah.
then tried football in high school, actually here in Hollister my freshman year, you know, and thanks to my dad backing me and telling me you should go for it, and then some of the coaches out here being as hard as they are and like grinding their kids out, but they put out some good athletes, man. There's some great athletes here in Hollister. But
Nice.
shout out to Coach Cam, you know, for freshman year getting me into weight training when I wasn't even supposed to be in weight training, and then, you know, pushing me to just start lifting weights. Then we transferred over to Morgan Hill. We made a move district, so I went to Soprado High School,
Okay.
where then football kind of really developed for me, because Hollister has a very big campus.
Yeah.
You got like 4,500 kids here, you know,
Wow.
going to school, like something like that, some crazy number. Their campus is guaranteed as big as Gavilan College campus.
Oh, wow.
Um, and it's a high school.
Yeah.
So you have like 15-minute passing periods here. Like it's wild. But so went to Sobrado, and it went from summer ball of 100 people showing up for a football team to 22.
Oh, dang.
And this is varsity. Got 22
Yeah.
guys, and they pulled up three of us. So they had 19. So they pulled up 3 sophomores, me, our running back, Obi Mabonu, and then our quarterback, Jerry Jacobs.
Wow.
And it was like from then on, like it was just a roller coaster in football for me.
Yeah.
Like football was my love, my passion. It still is. Like I still watch my Ravens every Sunday, you know, cheering them on, even though sometimes there's just some random NFL stuff, man, that just happens. But you get these freak athletes, man. You can't predict it, man. You know,
Yeah.
you can't predict when Derrick Henry's gonna bust an 80-yarder. You know what I mean? Like that big dog's just gonna do it. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think I went against the running back that big my entire life. You know,
6'3",
but
242.
I'm breaking his ACL, bro. Like I'm diving right for the knees. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, man. And so like it just kind of developed me into football, and I actually really thrived at that. I had a lot of I was talking to a couple colleges in high school.
Wow.
I had one D1, which I was prominently talking to, which was like I was always on the phone with their recruiter, which was Boise State.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that was junior year.
Wow.
Come senior year, we ran into an issue where the Hollister School District wouldn't sign over a paper stating that it was a legal transfer.
Huh.
So they cut my senior year. So I had to sit out the whole senior year because I didn't sit out my sophomore year when I arrived.
Wow.
And it was just this weird like debacle, man. And then came like the doubts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and this is where I feel like, sorry about that, hang on.
You're good.
Got a phone call, my bad.
You're good.
But this is where like kind of everything started turning for me in a different way, I would say, and almost like it affected my passion for the game of football.
Yeah. I understand that. And obviously it, you know, you had everything in line, and, you know, it just getting taken away from you like that. And, you know, I'm just, you know, a few things I just want to touch on is the fact that, you know, during the bullying, you know, same thing with me, like we were talking about earlier, you know, me growing up in Central California, going through the teasing and the bullying, and, you know, it's just, you pulled yourself out of what you needed to make yourself succeed. And you have your own story, you wrote your own story, and now obviously you developing into the person now that you are today. Like you said, you know, no one's going to mess with you anymore, but it writes out the story that of what you are today. And the fact that, I mean, I got so many football stories. I mean, like I said, I'm just thinking as a 16-year-old wide receiver that I was, and I was told to run that slant route. There's no way I'm gonna get gator arms if I see you charging at me. So yeah. Best believe. But you know, I developed when I was playing flag football. I had this nice little shoulder that I ended up turning into a nice little hockey career that I had. And I just remember in flag football, this kid was running down the sideline, and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to feel like pulling his flag. So let me just lower the shoulder, and I just drove him right into the sideline. And same thing. I was escorted to my parents' car, and I had like my security guard friend looking after the door, making sure I wasn't gonna get jumped after the game. But you know, football was a great sport for me. I've later learned that hockey was more so of my passion, but there's just no better feeling than just lowering that shoulder and just lighting a fool up and just having them crash into the boards and helmets flying, and you see a little bit of teeth falling out. So yeah, it's just fun.
Exactly.
So I mean, like I said, your MMA career. So let's resume with, you know, Boise State, and, you know, what was your mindset going through that time?
I mean, it was very so back where I left off, I think it was, what were you saying? I was saying about senior year they I couldn't play, right? So
Yeah.
they deemed me ineligible. So all the stats and everything like that, all the max preps and all the whatever stats you can go on, you can look at it, or you look at it and it said ineligible on the roster. So everyone assumed grades.
Oh,
grades are shit, you know?
Yeah.
Damn. So no contact all senior year. No, even not even contact of like, hey, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? You know? I was rocking a 3.8 GPA, you know, junior year. So going into senior year, I was kind of just like, wow, this sucks, you know, because they made this decision during summer. So I was going into my senior year like, yeah, I hate school. I hate everyone that's involved in schools, like, you know, like whatever, because like it was the CCS board who ultimately made the decision. We had like an actual like trial. I had to speak, like,
wow.
It went pretty far. We took it pretty far because it's like that's not cool, man. Like,
no, not
you know,
at all.
Just because they won't state it was a legal transfer, you know, like which it was because it was out of district. We left, we moved houses, you know. It would have been different if I still lived here and went to Sobrano, you know.
True.
So, but so just kind of like I wouldn't say a downward spiral, you know, but it was more like I feel like that was my first like taste of like a depression, I guess. The first taste of it, like, wow, this sucks. Because I went from 3.8 GPA to it never came out on the report card, but a progress report came out and I had a 1.8. And it was just because I didn't give a shit no more. Like, why am I working so hard? You know, like, why am I waking up? In high school, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to get to the CrossFit gym. I get done by 6:30. So then I get to the high school for our morning weightlifting for football. So I do that at 6:45. Then I go to class all day. Then I go to practice. Then at 7 p.m. or 7:30 p.m., I went back to Morgan Hill CrossFit and I was back in CrossFit.
Wow.
So I'd work out 4 times a day, every day, 5 days a week, you know, or 4 days a week, except for game day. And the day before, and the day before game day, I wouldn't go to the night CrossFit.
Okay.
You know,
Jeez.
But still, you know, like, and the funny thing was, is I was doing all that because I thought that's what the yoke dudes do, like all the dudes in the NFL and like, you know, those kids that are just like naturally gifted with like 6-packs in like high school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, God damn it. Like, what the hell? Like, what'd you do to get that, bro? You know, like, and then like you ask him and he's like, oh, I do sit-ups and push-ups. What? Shit. I was like, I'm doing 4-day workouts, like, and I still ain't got it. Like, what's going on? But I ended up like positive from that, you know, not all negative. Hands down, probably one of the strongest guys walking around in the high school.
You know,
I looked bigger, you know, so I didn't get all the lady love, you know, all the time because I was a little husky and I never really liked wearing like jeans and looking all swagged out at school. I always wore sweats and sweater, you know. But I'm walking around, you know, I could squat like 600. I could bench like 4. And then I set the power clean record at Sobrano at 365.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
a full
physical
catch
specimen, my dude. Yeah.
Well, now, and that's the crazy part is like, that's the climax that ain't even happened yet. Cause it's like, so after high school, I went to De Anza College, played football over there. First year. And this is like, so in my head, right. New start. Sorry, let me rewind just a little bit because I have to give praise to some of the people that so my senior year, after the whole season goes by, they have this thing called the Charlie Wiedemeyer All-Star Game. Out in San Jose. And it's basically every school from Santa Clara County picks, depending on where you rank. So like if you won CCS that year, you could probably get about 5 kids on that team. If you came in last place, you get 1. If you came in the middle, you get 2, 3, you know, so on and so forth. Well, our school was only offered 2 spots. And because of my coaches and teammates, they voted to put me in there because you don't have to have a CCS approval to play in the All-Star game because it's just it's a sanctioned event, but not anything to do with CCS. So because I still went to practice every day senior year. I was scout team, everything. We went against one big running back in high school who was like 6'2", 225 pounds in high school.
In high school.
Running like a 4.4. Yeah, like this kid's in high school, you know. No, Chris Santini was his name.
Oh, okay.
From Leland High School.
Okay.
But so they put me like scout team running back, you know. And senior year, I'm walking around maybe 235. 235, but I'm still like my position was defensive tackle. You know, like I played defensive tackle. I didn't play linebacker. I played defensive tackle. I wasn't the fastest. That was the big issue. So now All-Star game happens, great experience, much praise to everyone who put me in there and gave me that opportunity. So then now fast forward to De Anza, was my thought of like a new beginning. You know what I mean? I get this new start, right?
Yeah.
So freshman year comes in, I'm working with my dad all off season. For anybody who doesn't know this, the most undercover, best speed and agility coach I've ever had is my dad.
Really?
Got me running from a 5.6 40 to a 4.7.
Wow.
In about 6 months, 5-6 months.
Wow.
And so I went to De Anza. I'm busting that. I ran a 4.7 40. I'm 245 pounds now. Still as strong as I was, even stronger actually. So I'm moving, trucking. So I played defense end my first year. All-American, honorable mention, and I didn't even start.
Wow.
I wasn't a starter. I would go in on pass rush plays and maybe on a first down for a blitz, but we rotated a lot. Our coach Mike was a real cool dude where he was just like, everyone's getting love. Everyone's going in. He said, when you're tired, put your damn hand up and someone else is going to go in. So he had everyone ready to play all the time,
Yeah.
Because when you were gassed, he wanted 100% for as long as you could do it, and then raise your hand and get out, get somebody else some reps so you can rest.
Yeah. And you were at
So
De
yeah,
Anza what year?
It was 2000 summer, so 2012 to 2013.
I thought so.
Yeah, and then
because I went to College of San Mateo, and before I became part of your guys' family, I remember hearing your name as I would cover the football program. And so when I heard the name Skylar King, I was like, I've heard that name before.
Were you there when we oh my God, were you there when we had the brawl with CSM after the game?
I'm getting goosebumps. I'm very sure of that. It was a good rivalry. So when you just said De Anza, I was like, hold on.
Because there's that was my first year, was the year that we had the 3-way tie with San Francisco City and CSM.
CCSF,
Funny.
CSM, and De Anza.
Know what? So did you cover all the sports?
Most of them. I was the
Do you remember a girl that played basketball at CSM named Francesca Roth?
Of course.
That's my girlfriend.
Oh, wow. I believe I interviewed her a time or two.
Small world, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, I gotta look at my notepads now, but yeah, small world. So okay, so you're at De Anza, you made All-American, and so
honorable mention, you know what I mean? So I was like a second round, but still as a freshman, that's great, so I'm getting a lot of love from like recruits and stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, that year too, De Anza did really well. We weren't supposed to do that well in that league. And then we ended up a 3-way tie with San Francisco City and CSM, two of the best teams in the state, So it was like it was a great year, went to the bowl game. All year I didn't have a sack. Bowl game I had 1 full sack and 2 assisted sacks.
There you go.
So I showed out in the bowl game, which was great, but then we came short, we lost, but it was a great year. That was a fun year. So then now we're in college. You have to make some money somehow. I start working in the bar and, this and that. I've been working in the bars actually before college. I worked in the bars starting at 17 almost. Wow. Right when I turned 18, I was working security in the bars.
There you go.
And I was 18 senior year. So I was working in the bars in high school.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I'm still working in the bars, doing my security stuff. And I end up having my beautiful daughter at 20 years old, 21, when she was born. So that kind of threw a big spin on everything I was doing. Stress, trying to work. So that whole second season I was supposed to play, I was stressing because I had my daughter's mother pregnant, and she was, we had to figure out how to basically get money so we can make it work and, support our kid.
Yeah.
So I was trying to figure out what to do. And Basically, man, I started working like 4 jobs, 5 jobs.
Wow.
I was hustling.
Yeah.
So then grades were slipping. Everything just started everything else started lacking around me because I was trying to make money, you know.
Yeah.
So I had to redshirted, came back the next year, grades were better, and got to play. Well, now coaching is different. Everything is different. I come back and they're like, you're not going to play defensive end no more. We know you played interior D line in high school. You're going to play defensive tackle. We need you to gain weight. What the hell? I'm still walking around 245, 250, you know, not hard to get back into football shape and be 240.
Yeah.
But they're like, we need you to gain weight. I'm like, okay. Why? They're like, because you're not going to get recruited playing D end at 5'10". You know, I was all American honorable mention says otherwise.
Yeah.
What you talking about? Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
But the whole team dynamic was just different from my first year. So then went in, did what they said, put on weight. Every one of my lifts never went more than 5 reps, increased the weight every set. Wow. You know, I go across the street, eat L&L barbecue, come back and lift some more.
Yeah.
You know, like that was my whole daily routine. I got up to 290 pounds.
Wow.
And I still did, it was still like a good season. I still had a decent season. But then there's the problem right there. I said I had a decent season.
Oh.
The whole team, I felt like that whole team that year was about I need to get my Scully. I need to get out. I need to do this. The team before was about winning. You know, they wanted to win first, Scully second. You know, and it was like, that's cool. You know, like it was good to see. And because like we had a lot of older guys too on the team. Mm-hmm. We had guys that were already like 25, 26, just got out the military, had football dreams, so they're coming to JUCO. You know, we had this one guy, Big Ron, this dude was 6'5", 250 pounds, and he ran a 4.37.
Sheesh.
What the hell? Right? Like, and I'm 18. Oh God, the hell is this guy? Oh, I play defensive end.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Cool. Like fucking great, you know, like, but he was an older guy, you know, so we had a lot of like, I want to say like not wisdom, but like experience, you know, like people that they would be able to just look you in the face and tell you, hey, we got to man up, we got to win this game. Oh, all right. And people will listen to him. Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, so it was a good team like atmosphere that first year. And then my second year, it just didn't go Deanne's like way that year, I guess. So it was my first ever season going a whole season not winning one game.
Wow.
We went 0-10, and it was just the worst feeling in the world, man.
Yeah.
Like your last year and your team goes 0-10. And it's like, I know I'm not getting no looks now, you know?
So and no Scully, no looks?
No, I had a lot. Actually, I had a lot.
Okay.
I had roughly like 7 or 8, but it went from D1 AA, D2s my first year to now D3s NAIA.
Yeah.
You know, and so I was like, damn. So I was like, nope, I'm gonna take what I can get, you know. And so basically I talked it over with everybody, and it just ended up not being the way we could go, you know. We had some complications, and that was that. So I made my decision on, you know, I got to be a father first and athlete second. So I made my decision and stopped playing football. Well, then hands down, probably one of the hardest decisions and the worst decisions I could have made at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, depression set it in real quick. Started like being like waking up just not happy, man. Yeah. You know, you don't want to show your kids that, you know, like, and then like on top of that, you don't want to go work downtown San Jose at all the clubs with that kind of mentality. True. You know, and then like the only thing I would do to like, you know, just like even be monetarily happy was just like, I'm just gonna, you know, smoke my weed and relax and kick it right here at the bar and make my money, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, but I still, and it's not, I don't even think like, because people are like, oh, so wouldn't you want to get rid of weed out your life? Like, because it's like a crutch, you know what I mean? Like you use that to feel better. Yeah. And I'm like, no, not necessarily, because I actually use it for other things. Like I don't smoke all day. I fucking smoke when I'm just relaxing and I'm gonna like relax, put my feet up before practice or whatever. Like especially right now,
Yeah.
you know, like my nerves are boom, so gone because of this fight, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, it's just but yeah. So I just sit there, man. I just sit there and I work. And again, like I was saying, I was working 4 or 5 jobs.
Yeah.
I own, yeah, I owned a security company at 21.
Wow.
They signed me over 25% of the company because it was a startup, basic startup security company, and they just had bosses falling out left to right. And they came to me, they're like, "You have the most experience out of everybody here. Could you help us do this?" And I was like, "Yeah." But the only thing is they messed up and didn't know they were signing it over to a 21-year-old with some business sense and like good family members to back him, you know?
Yeah.
So like basically like when I left, I kept my 25%.
Yeah.
You know? And then basically when we bought me and Cheska bought this house, I cashed out on it. And then that's how I 100%, this is her accomplishment. She bought her own house.
Yeah.
My accomplishment is to be able to be with her. And then also like I provided the backyard and the gym in the garage and like, you know,
the basketball hoop back there.
Yeah. Bro, I've been playing. I played 39 games of horseback here.
Nice.
And I literally have won maybe 6.
Wow. She beating your butt that bad?
Bro, she smokes me, bro. I mean, I don't know if you remember the article. I mean, she was #1 3-point shooter in JUCO girls basketball.
Yep.
And she's still sharp shooting. I'm like, what the hell? You know, like she crazy as hell. She come home from work and she's like, let's go play horse. Damn it. All right. Like I'm competitive. Fuck it. Let's go.
Why not?
You know, why not? Right. But yeah, man. So like did all that security stuff. I was just doing security everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it was. But then I started realizing like you're working all these jobs because you don't want to be home.
Oh.
You ain't even happy being home. Like what the hell is that? Like,
yeah,
you know, it got bad, man. Like not trying to make it all dark, you know, but like
yeah,
it was a bad time, you know. So then to fast forward a little bit to get through all the depressing stuff, you know. Not this week, man. Not this week. Nah, but
you're good.
Yeah, but basically, man, we fast forward. I got up to 320 pounds.
Wow.
Angry at the world, you know. I took a great liking to UFC.
Yeah.
Like to the point where I'd watch every UFC fight night. I'd order every pay-per-view. Didn't matter who the hell was fighting. Even if I didn't know who the hell they were. I'm watching it. And I'm like, damn. I see some of these guys, and then I forget what his name was. I want to say he was an ex-NFL player, went into the UFC. He fought in the UFC.
Greg Hardy?
No, it was before Greg Hardy.
Brock Lesnar?
No. He was a lighter weight. I think he was a middleweight or a light heavyweight.
I'm drawing a blank as well.
Yeah, me too.
All good, but
we'll figure it out. But
inspired you?
Not inspired me, but it was just more like, hey, that's a football player doing this. You know, maybe I could look into it. Then I started like watching other fighters, John Jones, you know, Conor McGregor. Even before Conor McGregor, Jose Aldo. Anderson Silva, you know, Lyoto Machida. One of the other heavyweights the heavyweights I really liked was like Stipe Miocic. And at that time, who was it? It was heavyweight.
DC, Daniel Cormier?
No, it wasn't. I was just thinking like Cain Velasquez, but it wasn't Cain Velasquez either. It was it was just the guys that were athletic, you know, in there. Instead of being so right here and just, you know, Mike Tyson, or they're wrestling all the time.
Yeah.
They're everything. Everything's moving all the time. They're not predictable. You don't know when they're coming. And I looked at it and I was like, I feel like I could do that because I'm a big dude now and I can still move. Like I can move around. And the only reason I know that is because like downtown San Jose, you're bouncing at the bars and stuff. Like, man, fights happen, you know, and you got to run into hell sometimes and separate people. 8-on-8 brawl and there's 4 guards. I mean, I had some pretty big ass guards with me, you know, but like, and I wasn't, I mean, I was 300 something pounds, so I wasn't a small guy myself. So
Yeah.
running up in there wasn't like hard, but it was just like, you had to avoid punches. You had to be able to get your hands on people without getting hit, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn, I do that every night. Like, I'm sitting here dancing to the music, fight break out. I got to do that right away. Like, I'm ready to go. Like,
yeah.
I feel like I could do that. And so then I was like, I'm gonna start working out again, right? I'm gonna start working out, and you know, started, you know, just like trying to inspire myself to do something. So winter time comes, and it sounds so funny, man. It's like a Rocky movie or whatever.
Yeah.
But like winter time's coming, and when the house we're in has a wood fireplace.
Nice.
We just chopped down this one big ash tree, but we kept all the branches so we could have firewood.
Yeah.
But they're fat branches, so we had to chop them with an axe, right? So every time my parents needed that, I was like, I got it. Let me do it. So I go out there. I'd make sure I would swing 100 times. Nice. So it's 50 each side to start, right? Oh, you're gassed, right? My lats are done. Everything hurts. That felt good, you know? Let some anger out. I got to smash some stuff. Like, cool.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's what started it. And then basically, man, I talked to my pops. I was like, I want to get some mats in the garage. I'm going to roll out some wrestling mats. I'm going to start trying to practice. Yeah. Started doing that. Got some wrestling mats from high school, rolled them out in the garage, started practicing, jumping around, jumping rope, you know, cutting a little bit of weight here and there. Got a couple guys that I knew already that I had a friend for years that that's what I used to get picked on with, you know. Wow. He was the only like other black kid around, you know. Yeah. He's really black and like full black. I'm part, you know. Yeah. But I was more active. I was an athlete at the time. I played baseball and stuff, so I would try to go out to the park. He liked, you know, the books and my anime and stuff like that, so he stay inside. So he'd get the brunt of it when they come into class, but he never would come out to the park because he was like, I already know. Like, why are you even going out there? You know? But because I was like, bro, I can't do that. You know, I'm not letting nobody keep me inside. Like, I might eat my lunch in the bathroom, but I'm not I'm gonna go play, you know, like
stay active.
Yeah. So but then he actually ended up being like a third, or I think he's like a 4th degree black belt now.
Wow.
You know, in Taekwondo, and I think he's also in like, now he's a defense tactics coach as well for weapons and like firearms for police departments and like security companies and stuff.
Wow.
He's pretty crazy, bro. Like, I was like, this guy walks around maybe $150. Yeah. Like, and I'm not messing with that, man. Like, no, he'll break my knee. Like, you just break your knee and then he'll look at you and be like, okay, now what? And like, but everything he knows is to actually like hurt you, like bad, you know? Yeah. So I was like, hey, how can you dumb everything that you know down to an MMA base?
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, easy. And so he just like started showing me just simple stuff. Holding mitts for me, doing stuff, training. I started cutting weight, felt good, got to like 280 pounds, you know. And then now at this time, at 280 pounds, like, I think I've started to realize what has made me unhappy and what is like, you know, what has been wrong, like, with me, you know. Yeah. So I started shedding all that, you know, and made sure I worked out with, you know, Malia's mom and stuff, how we're going to do visitation and all that, whatnot. You know, we had it worked out. It was all good. Yeah. And then, you know, we just kind of went our own ways. Like, it's just this how it went, you know. I feel like we both needed to at that time. So we did. And it worked out. It's worked out tremendously, both sides, I would say. So, and Malia's, you know, thriving and happy and crazy as all hell. So it works out, you know. Yeah, but yeah, man. So then right around that time, I'm at right around about 280 pounds. It's so funny that I use my weight loss as like a timeline. But right around when I was about 280 pounds, I started going out with friends again and like reconnecting with my boys that I haven't talked to because I wasn't able to or whatever. And so then basically I met Cheska at the gym. She don't like Francesca. I'm in trouble. It's just Cheska. But so I met Cheska at the gym, my boy was working front desk, and so I see her in the gym, and I'm thinking, I can.
Yeah.
Hold on. And my boy's like, oh, she come in here like twice a week. I'm like, all right, for sure. And so I go over to the little deadlift area where she's at, and try to you gotta flex your stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Everyone got their own ways of picking up women, and whatnot. I've just learned while working in the bar, there's certain things that don't work. And everything we learned in high school and college, it don't fucking work.
Nope.
It doesn't work. I was like, it never works. So I was like, you know what? Best thing I can do is wants a compliment at the gym. No girl wants you to hit on her at the gym.
No.
So the advice. Form is bad or whatever. I'm gonna just, hey, I'm not trying to butt into your stuff, but maybe try this and it might work, whatever.
Just be smooth.
Like just confident, right? So
yeah,
man, this girl get under 225 on the deadlift and just stand straight up with it. What the fuck? Oh no, she threw my whole game off, dude. And then how you get stuck
and you're like, turn around?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, I turned around. I watched her deadlift, and then I was like I made the shock face. Oh fuck! And I just turned around. Oh damn, what do I do now? And when you in shock, what do you resort back to? The stuff you knew before. So I resorted back to high school, college shit. I went through on all the weight, man. Bam, man! I start stacking plates up. I haven't deadlifted in so long, bro. Yep. I'm thinking, here we go. I'm gonna show her what's up. I got 5 plates on this motherfucker. Here we go. I haven't done this in hella years.
Yeah.
Man, I get it, right? I get it, but I'm struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
But with momentum, bro, I get it for 2. So I get it for 2. And I look back and she kind of looking whatever, But she ain't but she's not looking the way you want her to look. She just kind of like, damn, she looking like goddamn. Like, what the hell is that?
Okay.
And it was just it from then on, and then just went to my boy and I was like, hey, slide her my Instagram or whatever, Yeah. And I guess he did. And then she told him, nah, you have him add me.
Oh.
So she gave him her Instagram, and I hit him up, and he was all, hey, bro, I already added her, but here's your thing. I'm all, you already added her. Yep. Come on, bro. And he's all, why I gotta make sure she ain't crazy, bro?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're a trip. I'm gonna get out of here, dude. So whatever. I added her.
Wingman privileges.
Right. Yeah. So I added her, and then since then, man, it's been smooth sailing 3 years now. So
there you go.
But yeah, and then really with her and with Malia and everything, like you said, man, once you get out of the slump, like you said earlier, once you get out of the slump, everything starts to open up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never been 200 pounds, man. I weighed in at 200 pounds yesterday. I was 320 4 years ago or 5 years ago.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I want to do nothing with my life, and I'm 200 pounds. I've got to weigh in at 200 pounds. Now I'm stepping in the cage with somebody, and I'm getting locked in the cage to fight another man. You know what I mean?
Like I said, if I was looking across the ring from you, I'd be tapping and trying to hop over the fence as soon as I can. But I mean, I'm so happy for you, dude. Honestly,
there ain't no tapping with me, man. There ain't no. Yeah,
tapping. No. You're gonna start tapping, and you're gonna chase me.
Yeah, I'm fucking tapping stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm figuring kind of like what is that, Spider-Man when he goes against Bonesaw and he's all trying to run up on the cages, and Bonesaw is like, "Let me grab you and bring you down."
And like I said, like I try to tell people, like I if it goes like that,
yeah,
great. But, like I'm preparing for the worst scenario, man.
Yeah,
3 rounds of just brutal shit.
Yeah.
That's all I could, just brutal shit. It's just shit. Because honestly, when you're in there, you know what to do and you're doing it. You're flowing, you're moving. I can get this, But every second of that fight, you were fighting fear and doubt. Because when he hits you in the mouth, everyone has a plan until he hits you in the mouth.
Yeah, you're gonna feel it. Yeah.
Famous Mike Tyson quote.
Yeah.
Everyone got a plan until you get punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happens, man. You get in there and you're kind of like, all right, I'm gonna hit him with the 3-2. And then right when you go throw it, bam, he hits you with the jab. Shit.
And you're stunned.
That's gone. Like the 3-2's gone now. You know, and that's what my coach like actually like praises on. He's just like, you know, fuck it, bro. He's like, you're gonna get hit. Throw what you're gonna throw.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's why I talk about a lot about just being myself and in there and being the athlete I know I am. And at the end of the day, win or lose, man, I'm gonna come out happy with myself that I did this. You know, like I did it. I back in 4 years ago where I was just getting into the stuff, didn't know too much about it, you know. And then, I mean, honestly, like if like I said, I'm not 23 anymore, you know, I'm not 25, I'm 28, gonna be 29. Like certain decisions you have to start to make, you know, especially when you own your own house and you're trying to, you know,
make it happen.
Grow, you know, start your own business, do all this other stuff like that I'm doing. There's certain decisions you just got to make, man. And it's like another hard one, you know. The one thing about martial arts that's great is I don't have to stop.
Yeah.
And spar. I can things to do whatever with. It's not to hurt nobody, but I mean, hey, if I have to protect myself or my family, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
And you know, don't get me wrong, you walk up in this house, you're probably gonna get shot. But I ain't gonna fight you, man. I ain't gonna fight you, you know. But like my whole thing is like it's a good thing to have in the back pocket, you know, when you're ready to go, you know.
Yeah.
So in any scenario, you know, even to avoid situations, which is great. You know, the one thing I love about jiu-jitsu is like you can actually avoid a lot. You don't even gotta fight. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Turn somebody around and get on their back and just tell them, relax, chill, bro. Because if they don't, you could actually hurt them, you know? Or you're just putting yourself in a safer spot, you know? He can't punch you, you're on his back, you know? Definitely something I'm gonna put my daughter in. You know how parents kind of force a sport on their kids? Just one. Yeah, that's the one. You know,
go.
She's gonna have to do that for at least a year, maybe 2. You know. Well, why? Because when you tell a boy no and he say yeah, you bring a piece of his ass home.
Yep, absolutely.
No, I want his fuck that. I want his whole arm. You bring it. I want to hear that I want to hear that you broke his arm, like because he tried to touch you wrong. And when his dad comes say something, and I do it. Then it's my turn. I'll show you his dad's arm next.
Yep, I like that.
You know, like, but it's not. I mean, like I said, it's not to hurt nobody, but I want my daughter to protect herself. You know,
absolutely.
Because as parents, like, we're not gonna be there all the time.
Yeah.
Because that's cool.
Yeah. Now with your upcoming fight, you had mentioned your coaches. So what gym do you fight out of?
All private gym in San Jose called LMA.
Okay.
Leong's Martial Arts.
Okay.
Yeah, Coach Ron he's a hell of a coach, man. He's very, you know, from where he comes from in his story, you know, and then basically like, I guess, you know, like it sounds funny. He has his, you know, certain beliefs and stuff like that. And like, but he knows how to get into somebody's mental a little bit and like put himself in your shoes, not in your shoes. I would say in your circle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he'll pick up on the slang. He knows how to talk to younger guys, you know, but he's 60, you know?
Yeah.
But my life though, most in shape dude. Like this dude still spars with me. Or with me for a round. And like give me some sores too, you know, like a couple little lumps. I'm like, oh, all right, coach. Like I know I can't unload on him, you know, but like I still like he shouldn't be hitting me, you know, and he does. And it's because he's been doing this his whole life, so he knows how to handle himself.
Yeah,
you know, but
true.
But it's a cool, just a small gym, small private gym. I like it better. I don't like the big gyms, and you know, because you don't get the one-on-one. Like I don't. It's not that I need attention, but it's easier for me to learn something when it's right here.
Yeah,
you know, not down there at the other end of the gym, and I gotta like, what the fuck he say? You know, what's he talking about over there? Damn, like I gotta walk over there to look. You know, I'm dyslexic, man, and I played football for like 8 years. I gotta really visualize and see it a lot. I was like,
and coach giving you souvenirs going home too. So I mean, there's no more interaction than that. So Man, I cannot wait to see that fight on Saturday. You'll be fighting at the Dragon House MMA in San Francisco. So I'm excited to see you out there.
You know, just to get back in there and have a good time and show people that, you know, I'm the athlete I said I am. You know, I've been the athlete I said I am.
Yeah.
You know, MMA is, it don't matter how big you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't matter how tall you are. You might get, you know, you might get some more attention because you're taller or you got like you're a physical specimen or whatever. You know, but honestly, you fight. So,
Yeah.
and like, I'm just in there to prove that you don't gotta be scared of nothing. You gotta be scared of nobody. You just gotta say you can do it. You're gonna do it.
Yeah, I love that.
Don't let nobody tell you you can't do nothing. You know, because I mean, at the end of the day, everyone's heard the same quotes. They're repeated over and over through great society and community and the world right now. You know,
Yeah.
you can literally look at every motivational speaker and he says one thing. The same motivational speaker.
Yeah.
Yes. If you don't, you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And you want to do it and you actually have a drive to do something, you're going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, the outcome, just do it. Love doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
And the grind up sucks.
Yeah.
The grind up sucks for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people always look at all these people, you know, who are buying cars and buying mansions and this and that. And they're always so like, oh man, like, what the hell? Why not me? You know, this and that. Bro, go ask him how hard that was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, yeah, got millions in the bank. When you got millions in the bank, everything easy. You know, shit. I got a good couple thousand in the bank. I think everything easy. You know, and then I'll get smacked with the reality. No, it ain't. You know, one vacation later, here's the bills. Damn it. Like, you know, but you know what? One thing I like, and it sounds funny, is like, you know, money is I wouldn't say like an object for me either no more. You know, it's like, I need it. I need to pay my bills and stuff. But the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to live my life.
Yeah.
You know, if I have the spare money to go travel, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't no more. You know, like what? I'm going to use and abuse this 20-year-old body. Yeah. You know, like I'm going to get everything I can out of it because, man, once you're, you know, a senior, you can't be going and getting drunk like that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be going and jumping off cliffs into the ocean, you know, going on crazy hikes. You can't go hike Coco Head at, maybe you can. I don't know. I can't say you can't because I've seen some 80-year-olds do some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You can, if you can, you can. You say you can. But like I said, man, I don't want to be, when I'm that old, I want to be chilling, retired on a beach, hanging out. You know, I'll go in the water, still playing the waves. You know, but
why not?
Other than that, man, like I want to be able to have all the experiences I can with me and Cheska, who she's gonna be future wife for sure. So that's already made up, mind made up. But you know, just to have the most experience with us, Malia, and our future kids and stuff, like, and even our families now, you know, like make sure we experience family camp. No matter how much it costs, let's figure out, let's get it, you know. And the one thing I know best is when I need something, I know how to put my head down and go get it. So if I need an extra 1,000, I'll figure out how to get the extra 1,000. You know, I need an extra 1,000,000, I'll figure out how to go get an extra 1,000,000.
I love that.
And I said, nobody can tell me I can't. So I'm gonna do it anyway.
And it's all the mental mindset. And that's why, like you had mentioned earlier, you know, these motivational speakers, you hear the same terms, but they're so monumental in our lives. And that's one thing why I needed to bring you in here and other people is I wait for that fortune cookie lesson where you open the fortune cookie and you see what you're reading. And literally you've mentioned so many great quotes that people can utilize your experience and your history and your powerful message. And that's the main reason right there. I love how you just said, you know, if there's a way that I can go get it, I'm going to go and get it. and you're putting that responsibility on yourself, and there's no other person that you're putting the expectation on other than yourself. And I just love that.
Yeah. You know, I mean, you could put it on yourself too. And like, but the thing is, you got to have the good team to back you.
Absolutely.
You know,
That's
the funny thing is like, and it's, I wouldn't even say like you need your whole family, but you just need that one person or that one friend, whoever it is, your kid. You know what I'm saying? It's enough for me. But now I have Malia and Cheska. You know what I mean? Like, this is a girl who busts her ass come from in a 1 bedroom.
Yeah.
San Francisco, grew up right there by Candlestick, getting her shot at while all her cousins sleeping in the living room.
Dang.
And she bust her ass, and now she's in law enforcement and bought her own house out here in Hollister, all on her own.
Wow.
You know, the least I can do is bust my ass every day to make sure that we live the life we want to live.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? For every time, like, you know, we're gonna travel, we're gonna do all this, and then, you know, we're always, you know, we always just like to talk about what we want, what we're gonna get, you know, and like put it out there. Why not put it out there, man? Like, so you know what I mean, people always talk about you need to write it down, right? Like, you know, I believe in writing it down, but also just talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, like we talk about all the time. Our next car, we getting a G-Wagon. I don't care what nobody's talking about. I'm getting a G63. You know, whatever. Existence. I don't care whatever year, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you could talk shit all you want. You want to, oh, it's not the 2021. Oh yeah. Do you have a G-Wagon? Don't talk to me about it. You know, like I was like, don't talk to me about it. I bought one, you know? And so like, and that's just like, and I just kind of do it with almost like an arrogant confidence, but yet again, it's just me being me and confident in whatever I can do. You know, I lost 120 pounds already. I've flipped my fucking bank account tons of times already. Like where I'm talking about, when I mean flipping my bank account, I mean, I've gone from $0 to tens of thousands, you know, and then back down to zero, and then back all the way up, you know, like, and it's just, you know, so my whole thing is like, it's, if you want to do it, you can do it, you know?
Yeah.
Absolutely. When them times where it hit rock bottom, it's because you let it hit rock bottom.
Yeah. The only person you can blame is yourself. Yeah.
Responsibility, man. I'm tired of I'm tired of all this pinpointing on people talking about, oh, it's because of this or because of, nah, dude. You know what I mean? Yes, there are certain things like COVID, your business, COVID. So there's something you could do while you're waiting here for your business to pop back up.
Yeah.
You could be doing. You could be investing. Who had to sell off into stocks. You could be investing some of that into a smaller company that is needed right now in COVID.
Yeah.
You know, like something. That's what me and my boy did. We were like, damn, we're going to capitalize on this COVID stuff. Like, let's open up a junk removal service, because how many people are going to be getting rid of stuff with, you know, because got contaminated, whatever, you know? Yeah. And our one of our first jobs is out there in Menlo Park. And it was a whole school getting rid of over 150 desks and 500 chairs, you know? And it's like, okay, so yeah, don't get me wrong, like business is just like, it's kind of like I said, we're trying to build our own business, you know? So we did that. And then it's the name of the company is McKing Essentials. Okay. Right now we're doing, you know, junk removal, construction cleanup. And we also offer like home and commercial window cleaning.
Yeah.
And pressure washing for like driveways or patios and anything like that.
Wow. Okay.
It sounds funny because like I feel like it's a big thing right now because of COVID. Like during COVID, for some reason, everyone did it, but our own kennel as well for French bulldogs.
Aww.
So yeah, a French bulldog kennel, and it's not your traditional kennel. Like everyone thinks, you know, you got a lot of like, there's a lot of animal lovers out there that be hating on people that breed, and I'm like, time out. We do it the right way.
Yeah.
We go to the vet. We don't do it. We don't do any of that. You know, we go to the vet, make sure the dogs are healthy. One thing about us is like Frenchies have a lot of health concerns and health issues.
Yeah.
And we guarantee it because we also have generational health through our dogs. So all the parents, the grandparents, and the parents of those grandparents are still around today, you know, with no health issues. So it's like, we can prove that. But don't get me wrong, like sometimes you just get, if you go with something, you know, you know, you might have a problem. You know, you might get you're like, oh, I got a Frenchie for $1,000. One, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we just kind of did that. Like we just kind of took it upon ourselves to, I guess, you know, instead of getting used in security like a dog, you know, like I was working in security for so long, and I just realized like it don't matter how much experience you got and how high you've gotten on the totem pole in security, they're gonna use you like a dog until you can't take it.
Yeah.
Because they know they have bodies.
Yeah.
You know, security. Everything, you know, because you really don't got to do much, but you're getting paid a pretty large sum for being when you're, you know, 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, true.
I mean, yeah. Much like I said, like I just kind of do, and when it comes, you know, and basically do like I do this weekend to just capitalize on something that most people don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be the guy who said I could do it.
Yeah.
You know, I got it. I did it.
You know? Yeah.
Like you get, just like football in high school or college, whatever, you get your classmates. Oh, you guys suck. You lost. Da, da, da. Somebody says that to me, I can look at you and be like, you want to get in there? You want to get in there with me?
Yeah.
Let's go. You know, because it's a different game, man. You got two guys that have trained 3 months, years before that.
Yeah.
On certain skills, on how to get this person down to the ground or whatever they want. And to do, you know, it's a two-way.
Yeah, absolutely.
His ass all training camp, all year, whatever. And the other guy only worked out a month. More than likely, it's not a puncher's chance, which is every fight. You can always have a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
But more than likely, I'm going to put my money on the guy who worked his ass off.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
So, and just like everything else, I look at this fight, at everything else in my life. It was a struggle. It was fun. It was a grind to get to this point. And I'm just grateful to walk in there and, you know, compete again, you know, not compete and be healthy like I am. Was 5 years ago. Not the same guy I was yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna be Sky King, and then once the cage closes, you know, when it slips out, you know, just don't stand in the way of it, because
man,
and I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna
be I'm looking forward to checking you out. And like I said, I'm gonna post a link right there at the bottom. Mr. Sky King, I cannot wait to see you on the big screen and doing your thing. So again, guys, I'm going to post a link right there at the bottom. Sky, appreciate you, my brother. And obviously, we'll be talking here very soon regarding your Ravens. But until then, guys, please utilize what we had talked about. This dude, man of wisdom and a lot of fortune cookie lessons. Until next time, you guys stay passionate about what you do. And we'll catch you guys next time. All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.